Hi guys, it's Casey from the blog Elements of Ellis, and if you haven't already guessed by the title, I am pregnant. I am 14 weeks today, well, like the day I'm filming the video, but by the time I post it, I'll be more like 15 weeks. And the due date is October 12th. So, yeah, I thought that along with this announcement, it would be fun to do a pregnancy tag video. So let's get started. Number one, how and when did you find out you were pregnant? I found out I was pregnant on the Thursday before Valentine's Day, and we had been trying to get pregnant. We were lucky that we got pregnant right away. So I went off my birth control in January, and then we got pregnant right away. So yeah, we were very lucky for that, and we kind of suspected that I was probably pregnant because I missed my period and I had never missed before. So Cody wanted to go buy a pregnancy test. So yeah, we got home and took the pregnancy test, and I guess you're not supposed to take it at nighttime. You're supposed to take it in the morning because I guess it's more accurate. I don't know, your pee or something is diluted by the end of the day, so you're supposed to take it in the morning, but I took it at nighttime. And right away, like as soon as I peed on it, it was starting to show the two lines, and I thought maybe it was playing like a little trick on us and both lines were going to appear and then like one would disappear. So we covered it up with a toilet paper or a towel or something until our 3 minutes was up. I think it was 3 minutes. And I took it off, and yeah, then it was two lines, and so we knew that we were pregnant, or I was pregnant. Cody doesn't like when people say we're pregnant because the boy is not technically, or the man is not technically pregnant, only the woman. So anyways, that's how I found out. How did you feel? We were both really excited. Obviously, we had been trying to get pregnant, so we were excited that that I was pregnant. But I would say I also was excitement mixed with nerves because it's just a big change, and I'm like terrified of change. I just don't like change very much. Don't handle it well. So I was like excited, and then also like, oh my gosh, everything's changing now because we've been married for 8 years. So we've had so much time together, or almost 8 years. June will be 8 years. And then almost 11 years that we've been together. So we've had so much time, just the two of us. So I know this is just going to be a huge change. So in the beginning I was definitely excited, but also a bit nervous. And now I feel like I'm just more excited, unless I really think about it, and then I'm also a little bit nervous because I got a bellyache the other day and it was painful, and I thought, I don't know how I'm gonna make it through labor if I can't even handle a bellyache. How old were you? I am 26 and Cody is 30, and we will be 26 and 30 by the time the baby is born in October because both of our birthdays aren't until November. How did you tell your partner? And I already kind of covered that. Number one, Cody was there when I took the pregnancy test. So, yeah, I didn't really tell him. I guess the stick told him, not me. Did you wait 3 months to tell people? Why or why not? And we waited, obviously, the 14 or 15 weeks to tell, you know, announce it on my blog and social media and that, but we told like friends or family and close friends right away. So right after I took the test, we called my sister and brother-in-law, her husband, because my sister is my best friend, and Cody and my sister's husband have been best friends since they were 10. So we had told them that we were trying. They're the only people that knew that we had started trying. And so yeah, we called them right away, and they were super excited. And my parents were out of town on vacation, and I wanted to tell them in person. So I was going to wait a couple weeks to tell them. My sister was also pregnant at the time. And so we were going to be going to my hometown for my sister's baby shower. So I was going to wait to tell them then. But then my sister ended up going into labor 6 weeks early. And so I ended up seeing my parents before we had planned to tell them the news. But with like my sister having her baby and everything, it just wasn't really the right time to tell them. So we ended up waiting until we knew that her baby was going to be okay and everything to tell them. So yeah, and then after we told my parents, we told like Cody's family and my aunt and uncle and cousins and friends and stuff like that. Is this your first? And yes, it is my first and Cody's first also. Do you want more? And yes, we want one more. We both come from 2 children families, so I have an older sister and Cody has an older brother, and so I think just it's kind of what we know, so it's what we want because we liked that. So yeah, and plus, you know, I think this body only wants to birth 2 children. Your biggest craving? I feel like I haven't had too many cravings. I may think maybe that comes later in pregnancy, I don't know, but I haven't had anything weird at all. I would say, you know, I always want chocolate, so it's like, is that a pregnancy craving? I don't think so. It's more like just a life craving because, you know, when do I not want chocolate? But I would say I've probably been wanting like fruit more, even though I always want fruit, but I would say I'm just kind of like craving it more than normal. And I'm also just thirsty all the time. It's like I feel like I can never have enough water. So I'm just drinking all the time and peeing all the time. It's the best part of being pregnant. And I don't know, I think probably just knowing that you're gonna have a baby at the end of it is the best part. What's the worst part of being pregnant? Definitely the first trimester. I'm sure once I have the baby, then I'll be like, the labor is the worst. But for now, it's first trimester. I had a pretty easy first trimester compared to others. I was nauseous, but I never threw up. Well, I gagged / threw up twice, but it wasn't like throwing up every day or anything. I just was hungry. Like if I felt nauseous, I just felt like I needed to eat something, but nothing sounded good to me. So that kind of sucked. And then I was also really tired. But when I threw up my food though, so one time I was at a restaurant and it was for my friend's birthday, and it was with like her coworkers, so I didn't really know anybody, and they didn't know I was pregnant because I was only 9 weeks, so we weren't like announcing it, and it's not like I was showing where it was obvious. So yeah, we're all at dinner, like eating and visiting, and I just throw up my food. And at that point, like when you throw up your food in a restaurant, it's kind of, you gotta tell people you're pregnant because otherwise you're just weird and disgusting. So that's when I told them that I was pregnant, because how could you not tell when you're throwing up in the restaurant? Will you find out the gender and what do you prefer? And yes, we are going to find out the gender on April 30th. We're having a gender reveal party. So I will be announcing that once we find out. I'll announce it on my blog and social media. So if you are curious what we're having, make sure you follow me on my blog, elementsofellis.com, and on social media at elementsofellis. And then what do we prefer? I don't really have a huge preference. I feel like whatever we have is what we're meant to have. But I guess if I had to choose, I'm maybe leaning more towards a girl because I'm a girl and I just have a sister, and so girls are just, you know, kind of what I know better, and also I'm terrified of being peed on by a boy. Like when my sister, she has 2 kids and her oldest is a girl, and I've had like no problem helping her change diapers and stuff. And now with her boy, I have not changed one diaper because I am terrified of him peeing on me while I'm changing his diaper. And even when my sister's changing his diaper, I like make sure I'm out of like the pee zone because I just don't want to be peed on. So like, you know, I probably won't be shot in the face with pee if I have a girl. So that's appealing to me, to not be peed on. And then Cody, most people would think that he would want a boy because he's a boy, and it just seems like guys always want to have boys. But Cody actually wants us to have 2 girls. You have names picked out, and what are the stories behind them? And yes, we have names picked out, but we have decided not to share them with people until after we have the baby. The first names are just names that we like, but the middle names have a meaning to us. So yeah, we will share that once the baby is born. What's your birth plan? And I do not have a birth plan, and I don't think I'm going to make a birth plan. I know that it works great for some people, but I feel like it's just not something that would fit my personality. I am like a total planner, and I feel like birth plans, it's not necessarily going to go how you have it planned. So I just feel like if I have a birth plan, that the likelihood of it going as planned, you know, isn't great. And since I'm such a planned person, if I have a plan and it doesn't go how I have planned, I will completely freak out. So I think it's better for me to like just go in kind of with the mindset that, you know, I'm just going to go with the flow. Will you breastfeed? Yes, I plan to breastfeed. Do you plan to work or be a stay-at-home mom? And I plan to do both, I guess, because I blog full-time from home. So I will be working from home and also taking care of the baby, which I know will be a lot of work. And I'll probably just end up having to work like during the baby's naps. Will you make your own baby food? I don't know. I think that sounds awesome, but I don't know if I will. The last question, do you have nursery ideas / themes? And not really. I'll do something neutral because I like neutrals. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I won't be doing a ton of pregnancy videos or anything. This will probably be my only one, but I just thought it would be fun to do along with the announcement on my blog. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe and all that good stuff. So thank you. Have a good day. Bye.